What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Those are the three that we're going to be going over. I have to do a quicker video here. I got to get back to work, but I want to get here and tell you that this is a very important area, and today is very important for Bitcoin. And the reason that I'm talking about that is we're still trading up above our yellow trend line that we've been looking at for quite a while here, and we're still trading up above this 200 moving average. If we have a trend line break today, and we lose that 200 moving average, guys, that's going to be very ugly for us because this is also coming on heavier volume, which would clarify a downtrend. Because typically now, guys, if this is entering a downtrend here, and this just is not some type of retracement where we try to set a higher low and then come up here, see if we can make a higher high, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble, because what happens in downtrends is the volume's heavier, and then we'll have a reaction on less volume, and then you'll have the next wave down on more volume, and then your reaction will be on less volume. And that's what we don't want to have. We want to continue this uptrend, and right now we basically have a doji in terms of the one-day chart. We're going to have to wait for the close today, but right now this candle is almost looking like a doji. There's a big fight between the bulls and the bears over this area, and that's why it's so important. And if we throw on some indicators, which I'm going to do with you, you can see some of them are turning bearish, and that's where I just want to be careful, and I just want to give people a little warning out there. Now, could the whales step in at this area, right here, and blast us to the upside? Absolutely, guys. This is cryptocurrency. You obviously know how manipulated it is, and that's where I'm never going to tell you that I know this market 100%. Guys, the best that I did when I was trading last year, when I broke everything down of the 212 trades that I took, my winning percentage was 68%, and that was in this cryptocurrency space. And I'm going to try to get that this year up into the 70s. That's my goal, but you're not going to win them all. And in trading, a lot of the times, even if you can win 50% of the time and you cut your losses quick and you let your winners run, you can be so very successful. So, when I look at this stuff and I'm seeing this, it's just making me a little bit nervous, because this is the spot where the bulls must step in right now. And what we're going to do, we're going to get into these indicators next. And if you get some from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave it down low. Let me know how the volume's doing. I know we've been messing around with the volume. I'm just really trying to figure out the new settings of this computer and my microphone and everything. I want to get it right for you guys. So if this is loud enough, let me know. And also let me know if there's any feedback or any problems with that. Trying to do the best that I can with it. But when we look at this now, what we're going to do, we're going to go through my favorite indicators. We're going to take a look here. This is Bitcoin on the 1 day. First, we're going to go to the awesome oscillator. And what you can see on the histogram here, we're starting to tick to the negative, and that took place right at this top here. So this, in my opinion, is becoming more bearish, so we need to be aware of that. So we're going to basically count them out. We're going to say awesome oscillator is bearish. And then we're going to go through our Don-chain channels. I like those even better than the Bollinger Bands. Now, in terms of these, we made it to the top, and now we're sitting actually up above the middle band. So we're trying to find that as support, and that's showing yet again this is a critical area for Bitcoin. Very critical area for Bitcoin. We want to stay up above that middle band, because a lot of times when you're in an uptrend, you'll find support off the middle band, then you make your next move to the upside. When you're in a downtrend, it'll act as overhead resistance. So right now this is a little bit more bullish, but we need to stay up above that 20, and that's going to be at $8,452. So we need to hold that as support. So we're going to say that one's just a little more neutral right there. We have to wait and see. Next one we're going to go to is our MACD. MACD, we are starting to get our downward cross, and you can see the histogram starting to turn negative, and that's also correlating with this heavier volume, guys. So this is why I'm saying we just have to be careful. In terms of looking at the technicals here, this is tough. We don't hold the trend line. We don't hold the 200 moving average. It could be a nasty dump real fast. So we need to be aware right now, and we really need to be watching these charts, because on the 1 day here, we have some things that are turning bearish. Okay, we have a lot of mixed signals. Don't get me wrong, there's bullish things going on, there's bearish things going on, but I can't put on the wizard's hat and tell you exactly what's going to happen, because these whales are going to do whatever they want to do in this space. And that's why I'm just ready to get through the halving, and hopefully things can kind of get back to normal, because with the halving, it just really throws even that much more speculation into this market that is already so speculative as it is. So we're seeing the MACD turn negative there, histogram turning negative, and then we'll go to our relative strength index. RSI, we're at 54. You can see we had this big plunge here. We have not started to turn up to the upside yet, so we need to be aware of that. But at 54, it's running a little bit more neutral. And then we'll take a look at our stock RSI. Stock RSI, we had our negative cross right up here with our bearish candles, heavier volume, been pushed to the downside. We're at 13.38 and 41 right now, and we have not got a cross to the upside yet, which you would like to see a cross right here off this trend line with some type of bullish engulfing candle, something along those lines that's going to show us that that bottom is in there, and we're going to make that next move to try to get up above $10,500. It's so important for us to do that. If we take a look at trading view and we go into this, we're going to look here, and you can see we still have those mixed signals, a lot of mixed signals here in terms of the oscillators. We have 1 for a sell, we have 8 neutral, and then we have 2 for a buy, so that's basically neutral there. Overall summary, we have 7 for a sell, 9 neutral, 12 for a buy. Overall moving averages, 6 for a sell, 1 for a neutral, and 10 for a buy is what we're looking at there. So, you guys, that's just where we have a lot of different things taking place right now. And if we throw on our 50 moving average as well, we want to stay up above these. And this is where, according to all my technical analysis books, guys, and that's basically based on the stock market, and I try to apply that to cryptocurrency, even though it's a different beast, but it'll teach you so much. But, these are the spots you want to stay in. Say you're in a position and you're still up above the trend line, you're still up above the 200, you're still up above the 50, and you're a longer term trader, you still want to be in your position. We want to see if we set this next higher low and go up, but you need to be careful about what areas you're finally going to sell out and say the trend has reversed and now we're in a little bit of trouble, because that's basically what the book talks about. If you're, still in your uptrend and you're still trading up above that trend line in the moving averages, then you are still in an uptrend and you want to stay in your position. Now, in terms of the 20 EMA for people who are a little bit shorter term traders, you can see we're fighting with that as well. So this is such a critical area for Bitcoin, guys. You really need to watch it heavy today. So that's Bitcoin. Just wanted to get into that. Next, we're going to move into Litecoin. And if you all like me covering all three, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, let me know down low. And also, I want you to just all you have to put is dump or pump, basically. What do you think is going to happen with this trend line here? Are we going to get a big pump off this? Or are the bulls going to step in? Or are we going to be looking at a very nasty dump? All you have to put down low is pump or dump. I'm kind of curious what you guys are thinking. I know when I did the live stream yesterday, a lot of people think we're going to have a nasty dump. So let's get into Litecoin here. We're at $40.91. That's not looking the best. Boy, guys, you can see we have broken out of our trend line here, so we had a pure trend line break there. The best case scenario is today we could maybe put in these tweezer bottoms and see what type of reaction we get out of here, but we would need a decent bounce to even get back up above the 50 moving average as well as this trend line here. That's kind of ugly, guys. I mean, we basically came down to that low support I've been talking about for quite a while of $40, and we hit it essentially, and this sell-off came on more volume. You can see our stock still pointing to the downside. We're at 9 and 24, so we are getting in that oversold territory on the stock, so we may get a slight little bounce here, but we're going to have to see what type of bounce it is. Relative strength index on the 1 day, we're looking at 40, still just pointing down right now, and then we'll get into our MACD, and we're having that downward cross histogram ticking to the negative, guys. So that's what I mean. When we're looking at this stuff right now, these are days right now that we really need to get moving. Bitcoin's ahead of Litecoin by far right now. We're not trading below the 50 and the 20 and the 200 on Bitcoin. So this is where Litecoin needs to pick it up here. But we're going to have to see what goes on. We're below all our moving averages. The trend's down. Let's take a look at TradingView here. Just see if we're aligned with the trend. You can see we have a sell signal there. So basically what I was telling you, summary, 17 sell, 10 neutral, 1 buy. Oscillators, 1 sell, 9 neutral, 1 buy. Moving averages, strong sell because we've lost them all. That's what I was talking to you guys about. So we're going to have to see what type of bounce we get out of here. If we get any type of bounce, that's going to determine what's going to go on here. If this is just some type of, area where we find a base and we push back up, or if this is just going to be some nasty, gnarly dump, guys. And all this was basically just a lower high from the area that we had up there around 82. So that's what we're looking at for Litecoin. Let me know down low, you guys still in positions. What are you doing with Litecoin? And then we'll move into Ethereum. And ETH's sitting at 184 right now. Same deal with Ethereum. We have had our trend line break right here. It came on heavier volume. We're trying to see if we can find support off $174.69. That 175 area I've been talking a lot about. That's going to correlate with your 200 moving average, your 50, and that area that was previous resistance that we would want to turn into support. But it's still, guys, this is ugly right now. We need the bulls to step in, and they need to hold these areas. If we don't hold these areas, then we could look down to around $150. I would look psychologically for about that $150, see if we can find some support. But it's not uncommon, even after a secondary move like this. Our overall macro trend is down. This is a secondary move. It's not uncommon for us even to retrace almost back 50% of the move before you continue to move to the upside and try it again. So it just depends on what you're doing. Now, short-term traders, they probably mostly sold out on that trend line break, and that caused the heavier volume that you're seeing right now. And that's the stuff I want to show you guys as we continue to move through and learn this stuff together. What I wanted to look at next was the trading view. You can see for Ethereum now, we have 13 for a sell, we have 10 for a neutral, we have 5 for a buy. Moving averages, we have 12 for a sell, 1 neutral, 4 for a buy, and then our oscillators, 1 sell, 9 neutral, 1 buy. And then what's nice about this, you can even bounce out to the 1 week. We're showing more neutral here. We go out to the month, we're showing sell. In terms of the 4 hour, we have strong sell signals taking place, even down to the 1 minute. So what this does, I like to do all my analysis before I even look at this, and then I see how close I am with my analysis to what's lining up in the market here. And that's basically what we've been looking at. Is there's a lot of fight between the bulls and the bears right now. Some of the altcoins are a little more bearish. Bitcoin still has a shot, guys. It's up above the 200, it's up above the 50, but it needs to make a move. That just is what it is. But this is why in this space, as I continue to talk to you all, this is the day of the halving. Think about this. Right around this time frame, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everyone was saying Bitcoin's going to be $1 million by the halving, and we can't even hold $10,000 as support, guys. So that's where you really need to protect your heart in this space, protect your wallet. There's always going to be another opportunity. Don't FOMO, don't marry coins. Even if you love Litecoin, Ethereum, whatever, don't marry them, because it's not guaranteed. Nothing in this world is guaranteed in terms of, this is going to go to $1 million. Could it down the road? Absolutely. But right now, we're just not at that point. We need to hold $10,000, find support off $10,000, and continue to make strong moves to the upside, and we're not seeing that right now. And that just is what it is, guys. So that's why I like to trade. And I will continue to say that. That's why I want to trade. Because if you hodl, all you're basically doing is hoping. You're hoping that Ethereum's going to go back to $1,400. You're hoping Bitcoin's going to go back to $20,000. You don't know for sure. And that's why I like to trade, take my profits, look for the next best opportunity. And even if you just do a hodl stack and then do a little trading stack, so you can kind of do both and see what's more successful for you. For me, trading has been much more successful than what hodling has been. So that's what I want to bring you guys today. Let me know down low. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, I have those tutorial videos in there for you. You want to learn a little bit about technical analysis, that's going to help you. And I also leave my Bitcoin address, guys, if you want to help out with this channel. You found something from it, even $1 or $2, whatever, just help support us. It's just always nice to see that. So appreciate you guys. God bless you all. Take care.